Whenever I see a rainbow in the sky, I always think of God. I think of God's glory. I think of the creation of God. It's really wonderful to see something like a rainbow, to see the design of God's creation. I mean, it's really amazing, and the rainbow is, first of all, is God's creation, and is very important to God, and it should be to us also, to every human being. In Revelation 4:3, it talks about John seeing the throne of God. When he had the vision, he saw the throne of God. John said, "And he that sat was to look upon like a jasper and a sardine stone, and there was a rainbow round about the throne, in sight like unto an emerald." So what John was describing was that he saw a huge rainbow that was around the throne of God, like a huge dome. It was just all around the throne of God. And even Ezekiel, he had a vision too, where he saw the throne of God. In Ezekiel 1:28, that says, "Like the appearance of a rainbow in the clouds on a rainy day, so was the radiance around him. This was the appearance of the likeness of the glory of the Lord. When I saw it, I fell face down, and I heard the voice of one speaking." So John, in the book of Revelation, he saw the throne of God, and he saw a huge rainbow. And Ezekiel, he had a vision too, and he saw the throne of God and saw a huge rainbow also. And the rainbow is really important because in Genesis chapter 9, verses 13 through 16, this was after the flood, with Noah's Ark. This is when the flood went down, and Noah and his family was able to walk back on the earth. This is what God said: "I have set my rainbow in the clouds, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and the earth. Whenever I bring clouds over the earth and the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will remember my covenant between me and you and all living creatures of every kind. Never again will the waters become a flood to destroy all life. Whenever the rainbow appears in the clouds, I will see it and remember the everlasting covenant between God and all living creatures of every kind on the earth." So not only is the rainbow one of God's creations, but God used the rainbow as a covenant to show the world that he would never destroy the earth with water. So it's God's creation, the rainbow, and it's the covenant from God to man that he would never destroy the earth with water. But he didn't say that he would never destroy the earth at all. He just said it wasn't going to be by water. I mean, the earth is going to be destroyed again. And that's described in 2 Peter chapter 3, verses 5 and 7. It's going to be destroyed by fire. So, with these scriptures I read, like I said, the rainbow is God's creation, and it's a covenant that God will never destroy the earth with water. Now, Satan, this idiot, because he wants to be God, he's the God of this world, and he, thinks he's in control, which is described in 2 Corinthians 4:4. He been in the throne of God, he been around the throne. He knows what's there. He's seen the huge rainbow, So what does he do? He gets into the minds of unbelievers, because he has blinded the unbelievers. So he gets into the minds of the unbelievers and to cause them to think that the rainbow should be a symbol of gay pride. And that's what it is here on the earth, that the rainbow or a rainbow-colored flag is the symbol of gay pride. Now just think about that, a symbol of gay pride, the rainbow? And the rainbow is God's creation. The rainbow it represents the covenant that God will never destroy the earth with water again. And for Satan to pervert the rainbow and to make it a symbol of gay pride, I mean, it gives us an insight of what is going on in the spiritual realm. I mean, we can't see the activity of the spiritual warfare, but we can see the results. You know, we can definitely see the results. That the rainbow or rainbow-colored flag is the symbol of gay pride. You know, a man with a man, a woman with a woman. I mean, come on. Now, you know God is very angry about that, you know, because that's breaking the very first commandment. You know, before you get to the book of Exodus, which talks about, you know, the 10 commandments. Really, the very first commandment is in Genesis chapter 2, verses 23 through 25. It's the first marriage, Adam and Eve. When God created the heavens and the earth and then created human life, he created a man and a woman to get together, to become one flesh, to get married, and to be fruitful and multiply. That's really the first commandment. So for Satan to pervert the rainbow and to make it a symbol of gay pride, wow, you know, it shows that Satan is totally evil. It shows that he is just defiant when it comes to God's law and when it comes to God's plan. You know, he's trying to mess everything up, but he knows he can't, you know, but he's trying because, you know, he's the God of this world, you know, and that's not going to last forever. But I just wanted to make this video because it gives us an insight of what is really going on in the supernatural, spiritual, invisible realm, you know, with the rainbow. This is God's creation. This is one thing that's in the throne of God, you know, and it represents a covenant that God would never destroy the earth with water. And for Satan to get into the minds of unbelievers, to cause them to think that this rainbow should be a symbol of gay pride. I mean, wow. I mean, this spiritual war is real, and what's going on in the unseen is affecting what's going on in the seen. What's going on in the spiritual is greatly affecting what's going on in the natural.